Okay, so dear Dharma practitioners, this is our ongoing meditation session. So be comfortable yourself and relax your body and keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line and your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind and relax your breathing with your thoughts. So do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, before we start our practice session, as usual, we'll take a few minutes to understand how this practice will help for us to develop our conventional life, and at the same time, out of that conventional development, how we can gain spiritual success. So it is very important for you from the beginning to understand the process. Always remember, without understanding, don't try to do anything. This is not going to, especially when it comes to the wisdom path, this is not going to happen because of just you keep trying. This is not going to happen because of the luck. This is not going to happen because of just you want. This always going to happens out of your own understanding. So that's why always you have to remember to become very clear within yourself. So especially when it comes to meditation. So here we practice two kinds, and first in the beginning you have to remember why you want to practice meditation, and then what kind of meditation. So then when it comes to these sessions, we mainly focus to the liberation or the nibbana, enlightenment. So it is a process. So in that liberation or in that path, we practice two meditation methods. So one is called tranquility meditation, samatha bhavana, and other one called insight meditation or vipassana bhavana. So here the bhavana means cultivation of our mind. Cultivation with what? Cultivation with profitable skills. So here when it comes to our human life, the most advanced profitable skill each and every human being can develop is awareness. So then out of practice meditation, what we develop? Our awareness. So when it comes to that, we can use many kind of techniques for that. But here, we mainly get as our primary mental object, observing inhalation, exhalation. For that, there is a very famous word we call anapanasati. Contemplate on inhalation and exhalation. So when it comes to that, our very purpose is not just seeing the breathing. So the observing inhalation, exhalation, we use as a tool. But our main purpose is developing our awareness. So then your main focus should be focused to that, and again and again and again and again develop it rather than settle down with the breathing. So when it comes to the breathing, as we know, from the ancient time to today, this practicing this breathing meditation is a very famous. There are many kind of methods, techniques. So most of time what we do, we try to maintain the inhalation, exhalation the way we want. It's kind of like a controlling inhalation, exhalation, manipulating its natural process and develop a method or rhythm the way we want. But here you have to be very careful. We are not struggling with inhalation, exhalation. We are not trying to do anything with that, but we try to observe it. So then you have to allow it to happen naturally itself. That is very important. Because from the beginning, if you understand it in a wrong way, then your result not going to happen the way we want. So then maybe you experience something else. Maybe you start to go in the wrong way, and then by the time it is very difficult to get back to the right path. So that's why every day we bring different method, the informations, and we opening different windows, different path for you to deeply understand about this basic technique. So observing inhalation, exhalation, we use as a technique, but our purpose is developing our awareness. Why we have to develop our awareness? Because in this conventional life, our mind is always with something else. It's go everywhere, scattered. Because of that, we always experience the busyness, and because of that busyness, we always lose the strength or the ability of our awareness. Then the mind becomes powerless. The mind becomes very weaker. So in the very first level, through tranquility meditation, what we do, we bring the strength, we develop the strength, we cultivate the awareness and strengthen our mind. Once the mind becomes clear, once you have the undisturbed mind, then we go to the next part of our meditation, which we call vipassana meditation or insight meditation. So now through the tranquility meditation, we strengthen our awareness. Now you have sharp, clear awareness to see things as it is. So from there, our purpose is not just experience things as it is. Our purpose is deeply find the liberation or find the ultimate truth. And for that, we have to use different kind of mindset, different kind of mentality. Using our awareness, we develop critical, analytical understanding. Thoroughly, deeply, we understand moment of experience. And that is where you can recognize how things come to be as they are. So once you are capable to see it, experience it, recognize it, that is where you going to find the freedom inside you. There is no doubt about anything regarding that whatever happened inside you. That will liberate you from the moment of experience. That will liberate you from the desire. That will liberate you from the clinging. That will liberate you from the resistance. That will liberate you from the fear. that will liberate you from the anxiety, depression, sadness, worry, disappointment, some kind of like a you name it, whatever, all the negative things. Why? Because you have the clarity with the experience. So then when it comes to the mind, rather than forgetting your mind and go towards something with the outside information, develop yourself to bring this clarity to yourself. Because once you have the clarity, it doesn't matter whatever the situation, whatever the experience, you are capable to go through it. So when it comes to day-to-day life, our life happens, we can experience this life because of this eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. So we call it, it's kind of like a physical faculties. It's kind of like a center. So when it comes to a faculty, it has many activities, but it's separate from other things, and it has a very unique way of character. So today we are going to talk about this spiritual character, that the faculties. So those eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, those are physical faculties. But when it comes to these spiritual faculties, it's about the very nature, behavior, condition of our mind. So why we need to develop this spiritual faculties? So when it comes to spiritual faculties, this faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. So why we need to develop it? Because whatever the lifestyle, in this ordinary life, if we experience some kind of negativity, sadness, worry, disappointment, failure, there are few reasons for us. Especially, these are related to our own mental qualities. We always, in the conventional life, most of time, we carry it within others, ourselves. And if you look any kind of distracted situation, you will find one or two or out of these 5, 4, or maybe all these 5 qualities. So what are those? One is faithlessness. That disturbs us. It leads us to unwholesome actions. If you look any events, any disturbed action that you see in the world, unwholesome action, that all come out of faithlessness most of time. Even though we see it's kind of like a surface level, it has some kind of faith, but in deeper level, it connected to the ignorance. So these all 5 faculties always work together. So like as example, your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, these all 5 faculties, even though it separately exists and it is unique, but when you experience something, maybe like a movie, and you need a comfortable chair, so it is a body faculty, and maybe it need to be around kind of like a nice aroma, smell, nose faculty, and maybe you have popcorns, tongue faculty, and then the sound should be perfect, ear faculty, and the movie, the screen, the lighting, eye faculty. So this all together make you the moment of experience perfect. So same like whatever the disappointment, unhappiness, sadness, worry, there are negative 5 faculties always in us. One is faithlessness. And another one is laziness. And another one is forgetfulness. The fourth one is distractedness. And the fifth one is ignorance. Just imagine when these all 5 faculties work together, how the mind going to be. Ignorance, distractedness, forgetfulness, laziness, faithlessness. Oh, that in that kind of mind, all the demons can dance. That's what we experience in the world. So then developing your spiritual path means reduce the power of this all, the unwholesome 5 faculties. And how you can reduce the power, uplifting all the spiritual faculties, because otherwise this always shake us. Faithlessness, maybe even when you practice something good, and if you don't have the faith towards it, you give up it very easy. You don't trust it. And then one day, 2 days after that, you give up it. And so it's always make you unbalanced. And laziness, procrastination. And so this laziness is one of the biggest hindrance for all of us in day-to-day life, for even in the our conventional life, and for our spiritual development. And at the same time, forgetfulness. Look at everywhere. In day-to-day life, it is inherent, that unwholesome quality that we carry within us. It's a mental quality. It's kind of like mind is always kind of like a cloudy, dusty, and distractedness, and lack of focus. See this, what you can do, especially with this machines technology, with this artificial intelligence. Look, you have no chance to make a mistake sometimes. And as you know, sometimes password, you have to remember the password, and maybe there are device, programs, applications, you have no 2 chance to enter your password. You have only 1 chance. And if you lose that, then maybe for a few hours you can't access. Another good example is with this cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and digital currency, and they give you a password. And for certain time period, if you enter the password, wrong password, if you don't remember that, you can't anymore access. So that's a conventional example. So remember that there was one famous story. There's a British guy, and he had this Bitcoin account, and it's like a big amount of money, but he forget his password. He can't access to that account. So that's a conventional example. And in day-to-day life, deeply in this spiritual path, it's a hindrance for us. So, and it always bring the failures to us. So that's why overcoming this, rather than developing that faculty with forgetfulness, overcome is a responsibility for yourself if you look for the success. And distractedness, our mind always here and there, we always try to collect many informations, and especially in this the information era. And there are many ways that try to disturb us. So then if you don't develop the balance within your that concentration and focusing and having some awareness, then what will happen? Your life itself going to fail. And the ignorance, not knowing the reasons. And you have to have certain kind of wisdom within yourself. Otherwise, how are you going to survive even in this conventional world? So then when it comes to spiritual development, means developing these all 5 faculties with the faith. So then whatever you practice, you have to have some kind of faith, conviction, trust, belief. So it is up to you how you can gain that faith, deeply understanding about it. So if you practice meditation, more and more and more understand about it. Be very clear about it, then the trust will come. Know about it. So that is what make you unshakable from faithlessness. Otherwise, when the faithlessness come, you get disappointed. You give up your practice. Lack of knowledge, lack of understanding, lack of clarity always leads you to faithlessness. So it is nothing to do with the Buddha, Dhamma, or the Sangha in the very first level. Of course, if you know very clearly about the Buddha, then you have the faith to it. But at least what you practice, what you do, even forget about meditation, whatever you do, you have to have some kind of trust, confidence, faith. Even when you cook, you have to have the faith, trust, confident about it, that whatever the outcome. Or maybe whatever the sports that you practice, you have to have the faith, confidence, trust about it. Otherwise, you're not going to give your best for that. So then faithfulness, this faith, developing the faith. So that's why understanding about the meditation, deeply study about it, listen about it, and investigate yourself about it, and overcome that whatever the doubt that you have will help you to establish very clear, strong faith towards your practice. So that will take you out from the faithlessness. Not just believing, it's not going to work. So that's why you have to put your life on it. You have to practice. You have to invest your life for that. So that is how you can gain the trust or the faith. And the laziness. So the antidote for the laziness is developing energy. So one of the major problems that we have today, most of the time, we don't have any kind of like a physical energy, mental energy. We are kind of like very lethargic people. We have this, because of this machines, technology, and everything, this consumer product, and this all comfortable environment make us lazy. So this is then your responsibility, developing energy. Look at that, anything that, whatever exists in the world, to survive from, even just take a tree. Look at sometimes heavy wind, sometimes hot weather, sometimes very cold, but to survive from this nature, it itself has inherent some kind of energy. Look at the animals. They don't have any kind of security system or the bodyguard or kind of like, they can't get help. No, they, each and every animal responsible to take care of themselves. So look how they survive, because if they become lazy, another large animal come and catch it. So then it is your responsibility to be strong physically, mentally, spiritually, in every way. And so for that, you have to have some kind of energy. So the very enemy of the energy is the laziness. So then get out of this laziness. And so when it comes to mental practice, this mental drowsiness and mesmerizing from the unnecessary desires or the dreams or the visualizations or kind of like a trance or kind of like imagination sometimes take us to deeper laziness. So that's why each and every moment when you observe inhalation, exhalation, you have to have some kind of, that's why from the beginning, you keep your back straight, neck head straight in one line, because for that you have to have some energy. Otherwise, you can't be kind of like a very lazy, lethargic person. In that way, how are you going to bring the awareness? So then develop that energy and always focus to that. And the next one is forgetfulness. Mind always go here and there. So the mindfulness is, it's there. Only thing, to bring the mind together. Don't allow this mind to go here and there. Don't separate your mind to many parts. So bring all together. Keep your mind focused to one thing. So ability of bringing your mind. So like as example, ability of keep gathering together, like in a family dinner table. You know, when you prepare the dinner, sometimes one person watching TV, another person in a room doing something else, or kind of like everybody everywhere. So, but at the dinner time, when you say, okay, dinner ready, how about if everybody give up that their personal things and come back and sit together? So that means you have some kind of power on your voice. So otherwise, maybe you say dinner ready one time, and maybe they say, I'm coming. No one show up. Next time, after 5 minutes, you sit there and waiting. Dinner ready. I'm coming. Wait 5 minutes. Or maybe kind of like, no one come. And then maybe you have to eat just by yourself and go. And maybe they come middle of the night, or maybe they don't come. And when you come morning, the table is, food everywhere. It's like that. What's that mean? That means no one, don't care about your voice. So our mind the same sometimes. So that's why again and again, you have to understand the very value of the practice. And that way you put the effort, energy, and then you start to keep practice little by little. That's why the very reason, recognizing the reason to practice is very necessary. And that's why when you have a higher purpose, it's always when you call, focus, all the mind going to be there. And concentration. And once you have it, keep together, hold it together, and without distractedness, continue that focus is very necessary. And sometimes we start, and then after 5 minutes, mind go to something else. Oh, that thought is better than this. Or again, we caught up our own imagination sometimes. Oh, I'll do the meditation tomorrow. So like that. No. Remember, concentration, the beginning, the ability to start, continue, and getting to the end result, this all interconnected. Just starting something doesn't make any sense. It's important, but continue, push you to the next level. And the wisdom. So in this circle of 5 spiritual faculties, what is the wisdom? Wisdom means you recognize other four faculties important. That's the one kind of wisdom, because then you keep practice. Faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration. You know, oh, this work, it reduced the power of faithlessness, unbelief, or laziness, forgetfulness, and distractedness. You recognize it reduced the power of that and increased the power of faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration. And you develop this firmness in the spiritual faculties, these four spiritual faculties, and that become a wisdom to you. And that is where you gain, you know, oh, this is a unshakable qualities that you have within yourself. And then again and again and again, you keep practice, and you hold it to it. You merge with this path again and again and again. And that is a one wisdom. And other thing is, deeply, the whatever related to the greed, hatred, or the delusion, or the self-centered, egocentric mind, and slowly you start to get out of that. So the more and more you withdraw from egocentric mind and start to recognize the causation, cause and effect. So this anything is not personal. These are very qualities of the human mind. This all belong to the nature. Faithlessness, laziness, forgetfulness, distractedness, ignorance is not yours. It is just a quality of that, whatever the quality of mind, what happens, why we have it, why we experience, because of repetition. So it is not yours. That's why you can get out of it. If it is yours, you can't. So it is not yours. It is there because of the repetition. And other thing is, it is there, you don't know the antidote. You don't know the counterattack. You don't know the opposite. And you don't know what to do. And maybe you into wrong path, wrong practice. That's why it is there. So then always remember, the mind depends on cause and effect. Mind, there is no such a thing called permanent, concrete, unchangeable mind. There's nothing like that. That what you experience as mind, experience come as a result of cause and effect around your environment and your own mental formations, cankers, your own way of thinking. So if you change that, your mind going to change. That's a universal law. That's a universal truth. So then it is up to you to keep carry this kind of mindset or get a very brand new mind. How about that? You want to, because you can have a Buddha mind. It's there. Only thing is just replace what you need to replace. Rather than holding to the faithlessness, start to practice faithfulness, faith. And rather than continue the laziness, hugging with laziness, start to run with the energy. Be harnessed with the energy. And rather than settling down with the forgetfulness, and start to work for mindfulness. Rather than empathizing, sympathizing, distractedness, and start to develop concentration. And rather than carry ignorance, get out of it kick your butt and get out of it and start to be wise. Practice. Then you're going to change your life. You're going to have a brand new mind. It works. And you are the one who can get out of this cloudy, dusty mind. Rather than living in kind of like in a dark forest. You can come and experience very sunny, beautiful landscape with beautiful scenery. So this it's already there, but the thing is, you have to slowly start to practice little by little. So meditation is that path. Bring it from inside. So don't think that you can bring it from outside. No, this is an inner battle. And slowly develop your firmness in this spiritual faculties, because once you have it, today, tomorrow, entire this life, and then even when you born again, those are going to become your fundamental spiritual qualities. Like just imagine when human being come to this world, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. This faculty is very necessary. It's naturally manifest there. So like that, wherever you go, once you're born with these 5 spiritual faculties. It doesn't matter whatever life. So then, rather than born with faithlessness, laziness, forgetfulness, distractedness, ignorance, how beautiful for you if you can born with faith, energy, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. Then you no need to afraid about the samsara. Wherever you born, whatever happened tomorrow, it's okay for you. Why? Because you have the right tools to deal with any situation. Adaptivity, flexibility, and get out of the best out of your environment. And once you have that, once it becomes the wisdom to yourself, you will be free from any fear. So that is the beginning of this transformation. That is the entering point to the liberation or the Nibbana. So with that, let's get into practice a little bit now. So now remember, you have to apply that all qualities to inside your own mind while you practice. So have the faith towards your practice and bring the energy and keep the mindfulness and then concentrate and again and again, again and again, be with it. So with that, keep your right palm on your left hand naked straight in one line. So be comfortable with your posture and bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes yourself and say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalations. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And allow your inhalations, exhalations happen itself. When it happens to the sensation, recognize it, do nothing extra. Bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also as far as you can through galaxies, other planets, the stars. Reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe. And may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest, wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So first of all, we offer this practice to the great qualities of the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Also, by the power of this meritorious deed, may all of us attain to the supreme bliss of Nibbana. May all your guardian angels and deities will receive these merits and increase their longevity and protect all of you from any kind of planetary influences or any ill effects. Ettavata cha me sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya Imaya Dhamma Dhamma Patipattiya Buddham Pujemi Dhammam Pujemi Sangham Pujemi Addaya Imaya Patipattiya Jati Jara Vyadhi Maranam Ha Paribunjisami Idamme Punya Kammang Asavakkaya Vahang Hotu Sabba Dukkha Pamunchatu. Bless you.